So I'm here with Carol Oates. I flew to Ireland to meet with her. Not really. We're Google chatting and having a ridiculous time doing it. Carol Oates is the author of Ember, Iridescent, Shades of Atlantis, and Unfinished. You'll be able to link to her website and her books in the comments or below, however we figure out that. She's amazingly talented as an author, but she also let me sucker her into making videos for Bittersweet Seraphim and Poughkeepsie. She happens to be exceedingly talented at that as well. So, tell me about Ember and Iridescent.
Ember and Iridescent are both angel stories. Basically, a young girl wakes up in hospital, later discovers that there's a reason she's seeing people wings, and she's actually someone who was never meant to have been born, and she is half angel, half human. And she sets about on a journey then discovering that the world she thought she lived in is not really like the world she actually lives in, and she's caught between two rival sides as they fight for possession of the city. And in Iridescent, somebody else comes on the scene who's really causing more problems for both sides, and eventually the sides have to come together to this person.
I know the reviews have been spectacular for your Angel series.
I've been very pleased with the reviews coming in. People seem to be enjoying the stories, and that's what it's all about, really, for me. You know, as long as somebody gets a chance to escape into this kind of imaginary world for a few hours and comes out of it feeling they haven't lost that time.
Yeah, they haven't wasted it, yeah.
You know, that they don't feel like I've robbed a few hours of their life. That's kind of the ultimate compliment for me, really.
Yep. And what about Shades of Atlantis?
Well, Shades of Atlantis was really a labour of love for me, because the story really centres around Irish legends and history, and Tara in County Meath, which would be one of my favourite archaeological sites in the entire world. There's a lot of history and magic connected to it, and in Shades of Atlantis, it opens up with a war with these unknown people that you don't know. It's a medieval time, and they're fighting a battle, but it doesn't really lead into the story. And then the story begins in modern time, and it's really kind of, Atlantis comes into it because there is some thinking that Ireland may have been Atlantis, and there are legends in Ireland about these magical beings that once reigned here, and they were overthrown by humans. So in the story Shades of Atlantis, Atlantis is actually, the thinking is a metaphor for the humans rising up against these people, and in the book these magical people are coming back into their own with being led by their saviour, and that's basically what that story is about.
Now, I know you were working with the sequel.
Yes, I am. The sequel, I finished the manuscript, the first manuscript for the sequel months and months ago, and I set it aside. And much like Shades of Atlantis, that took years to write, where Ember and Iridescent kind of flowed out very quickly. Shades of Atlantis took a long time to write, and there was a lot of rewriting on it, because there is so much legend brought into it, and there's actual facts, and every place in Shades of Atlantis is real, and the buildings are real, and you know, it's kind of, there was a lot of research into it. So I'm finding the same now with the sequel, which is Shades of Avalon, which actually ties in all the legends about Camelot, and our hero in the story is actually the brother of the heroine in the first story.
Wow.
And he's he's chasing after Excalibur.
Wow. Yeah, that does have to be well researched then. Yeah.
So that is taking a while, but I do hope to have it completed by February 2013. So.
Ooh, okay. Well, and everybody will watch your Twitter, watch your Facebook, watch your website for when that goes on sale. And you also have a free read of Unfinished.
Yeah, that's two free reads.
You also have...
Unfinished was a story that I wrote for an autism charity fundraiser. It was a couple of years ago. And when the fundraiser was finished, our stories were given back to us to do it.
Nice.
Once they had finished using them. And I decided at that point that I wanted to continue to give it free to people. I didn't want to profit from it because it was for autism, and autism obviously is very close to my heart, so it was just something I wanted to share. And that's a ghost story.
Ooh.
Which was something that I don't normally write. I'm not hugely... ghost stories confuse me. I find it difficult. I kind of find it difficult to kind of, keep a linear thought when I'm going through ghost stories because I think probably because I don't really believe in them myself, that kind of way. But I do believe in Excalibur as a bear.
There you go. Well, hey, we get to pick what we believe in. That's the way it goes.
But I did actually, I completed 3 manuscripts last year, and one of the manuscripts is actually kind of based in the same universe as Unfinished, because a few people did actually say they enjoyed the story, they would have liked to see more of it, so I did come up with a story that would, basically give the readers a bit more of what they asked for, and hopefully I will have that revised this year as well.
Wow.
So,
busy 2013 already.
I know, yeah, exactly. And then the Summer Prince was the story that, the short story that was for the Omnipic special edition.
You were in the, which heat level were you? Were you?
The Summer Breeze.
Yeah, I was in the dirty one.
Okay, I was in the sweet one.
There you go.
And that's again going back to kind of Irish stories. And if that's not set in any particular time, it's deliberately. Sorry, I'm distracted by the funny orange talking out there. That's not set in any time, really. It's kind of deliberately vague around the time frame of the story. It's about a girl sneaking into one of the Irish festivals.
Oh.
Festival of spring going into summer. And while there, she finds herself being pursued by some very nasty fairies who want to kill her.
Of course.
It's kind of it's a mix. It's a retelling of Sleeping Beauty.
Okay.
With an Irish flavour.
Awesome.
That's all my stories.
Yay! So many to get involved with.
All my stories for now.
I highly recommend all of them. Every single one is worth a Kindle read, and then go ahead and get it in print. So we know you're an amazing author. Tell me how you got involved in videos and doing videos.
Well, I got involved with the videos a few years ago because my brother would be kind of very into tech and computers and computer programming and all that kind of thing, and he bought me my first video editing software to try out because I decided I wanted to have a bash at it, because I'd seen so many videos on the internet. I kind of, that had connected with me, and I wanted to create something like that. So I kind of started off with a very basic program, and it really went on from there. I watched tutorials after tutorials after tutorials, and I self-taught and moved up each time with different software until I got to kind of to a professional level software.
Yeah.
Just kind of upgrading them each time. and that's really it. It's just a thing. There's so many amazing amateur editors on YouTube. Like, you can go on YouTube and see these people, and they're making these fan-made trailers or book trailers, and they're just absolutely amazing. And I kind of thought, like, well, I'd like to try do that. I don't know whether I'm up to the standard of what is.
You totally are, yeah. No, and you have more than just book trailers. I know you've done like fan-made trailers that I've had the opportunity to look at, and they're insane. They're so good.
Well, I enjoy doing it. It's another expression of creation for me.
Yes.
Anything like I paint and I do paper art and I do things like knitting and crochet and basically anything creative I enjoy, and for me it's another expression of just getting this creativity out of me.
And working with you on the trailer is hilarious because of our time difference, where you're in Ireland, I'm here in the United States, and I would be...
Well, luckily enough, I don't sleep much.
You don't sleep, because I would send you an email, and I'm like, well, she'll get this tomorrow. Boom, choose on, it's already fixed, here you go, it's uploaded, and so it was always spectacular to me that when you should have been in bed, there you are, boom, right on the email, fixing it, or just throwing in awesome video clips, and I've already got ideas for a return for Poughkeepsie for you and I to have great fun with that someday, hopefully.
It's a pleasure working with you, because I feel we really do kind of we share a kind of a creative vision for the video.
We do, yeah.
When you come back to me with something, it's usually something that I feel, I can definitely work with that and run with that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, your instincts, we both seem to, I think, just gravitate towards similar things, which is weird. Isn't that funny that a girl in Ireland, a girl in Maryland, the United States, could share that? That's one of my favorite things about this community that we've been involved in, and the internet in general, that I'm sitting on the end of your bed and you're in my office, and here we are, it's so awesome. I love that. We didn't know we had friends in different countries. Yeah, I'm wearing devil horns right here, as usual. Well, that I would expect. When you're in your bed, you're in tiara, I'm writing, I'm definitely wearing horns. So tell me, because not everyone that reads this story, or hopefully, I don't know what you experience is the enhanced book, may not have time to visit Ireland. What's your favorite part about living in Ireland, besides the awesome accent?
I don't know whether it's that awesome.
Oh yes, it is.
I think there's a lot of undiscovered heritage in Ireland that people living in Ireland don't take the time to notice. I often find, people go on their holidays, what we call holidays, vacations.
Of course.
And they go away, and they don't kind of look at what's immediately within their vicinity. Where I kind of, I love to be a tourist in my own country. That's one of my favourite things to do. I've been practically everywhere at this point. Even last summer we were in all corners of Ireland, and that's one of my favourite things, is just the heritage and the people.
Another way a reader could experience Ireland is through your books, because you do highlight so many spots and use your imagination to help transport them.
Hopefully they'll get the same experience from the next book, which kind of brings in some of the locations in England and just on the border of Scotland and in around Wales, and that's how I hope to kind of bring the same realism to those locations that people can actually feel when they're reading that nearly that they've been there themselves, and that kind of I like to introduce people to that.
I want to thank Carol Oates for being with me today, which really is tomorrow for her. We've time traveled for this conversation, and Please check her out. I promise that you will not be disappointed. So thank you very much, Carol Oates.
Thank you.